When the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali enters into our hearts that are sullied, enters into our hearts that are filled with our egos, when he enters into that qalb, that heart starts to change. That individual that's diseased starts to get better. They start to heal. Once he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali enters into that qalb. And that's what he did with his companions. Sayyidina Ja'far, the brother of Sayyidina Ali. Now Sayyidina Ja'far went with some of the companions early on to go live where? Habasha. He says, go to Habasha. There's a king there that if you're with him, no one will be transgressed upon. And so Najashi, he brought Sayyidina Ja'far, who was extremely eloquent. He brought him in front of him and he said, tell me about this man. Who is this Muhammad ibn Abdullah? What is this message that you came with? And Sayyidina Ja'far so eloquently started to describe the Messenger of God. But first, he honestly described the state that he and the people he was with were in. He says, O Najashi, O king, we were a people that used to worship idols. We were a people that used to transgress the weak. We were a people that used to do the fawahish, that used to do terrible things. Until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent for us a messenger. He says he called us to the worship of one God. And then he says he ordered us to speak truthfully. He ordered us not to lie. He ordered us not to cheat. He ordered us not to transgress. All of these things had to do with the state of an individual's heart. The early Meccan period, they didn't have much Qur'an. They didn't have the fasting of Ramadan. They didn't have at that time the 5 prayers. They had the companionship of the Messenger of God, Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi. And through that companionship, through the blessings of seeing him, through the blessings of talking to him, they learned how to change their hearts. Those vile things that were in the qulub, one by one started to go away through his suhbah, through his companionship. The hearts started to change. When the hearts of the companions changed through their companionship to the Messenger of God, alayhi wa ala alihi salam, their actions changed. You and I now, mashallah, we have our 5 prayers. We have the Hajj. We have the Ramadan. We have the Qur'an in its complete nature. We approach all of the actions, but what's the state of our qulub? We have to open our hearts to what he sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali lived and died for. Our Prophet was humble. Our Prophet was beautiful. Our Prophet alayhi wa ala alihi salam was graceful. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens our hearts to the smile of the Messenger of God, Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala causes us to embrace each other through our diversity, through the blessed smile of the Prophet of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi.